Former President of India Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam led to rest with full state honours at Rameshwaram. Nation bids farewell to people's president. JCILPS to hold talks with government only when the government takes trustworthy measures. Despite inclement weather, people continue protests to demand inner line permit system in Manipur. And floods hit several areas in Thoubal district. RCC bridge at Hairoklitan Makong blown away by flood. Good evening and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime News. I'm Laithangwa Monica, bringing you the top stories. The former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, fondly known as People's President, was laid to rest with full state honours at a public ground in his hometown Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu today. Thousands gathered to bid farewell to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who died of cardiac arrest in Shillong on Monday evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, many chief ministers, union ministers and political leaders and dignitaries from around the world were present at the funeral. At the Pai Karumbu ground, Prime Minister Narendra Modi saluted Dr. Kalam's body, which was wrapped in the Indian tricolour before the last rites. Modi then walked around Dr. Kalam's body, hands folded. Thousands of people came from all over the country to pay their last respects to the much-loved president. People have walked down the highway into Rameshwaram. They have come in buses, trains and even boats. Many slept on the roads last night. One-day discussion of the ILP agitation was held today at Singjamai. Singjamai Apunba Maira Paibilub organized this discussion at Singjamai Community Hall. Representatives of student bodies, senior citizens, lawyers and residents of Singjamai took part in the discussion. President of Editors Guild Manipur Ahong Sangbam Mobi moderated the discussion. Naharul Githaudang Editor Khoirom Loya Lakpa, Advocate Sukham Premjit, Associate Professor Chinglen Maisnam, IPSA Vice President Joy, IPSA Public Relations Secretary Athoba spoke as the resource persons. The meeting took 10 resolutions. The resolution said the government should include the 5 points of the JCILPS. The draft of the bill should be made public before introducing in the assembly. Essential services like medical, water supply, electricity, religious ceremony and media should be relaxed. Educational institutes should be reopened from Thursday. The arrested students should be released immediately and immediate lifting of curfew, etc. JCILPS convener in charge K.H. Ratan has maintained that JCILPS will hold talks with the government only when the government takes trustworthy measures. Speaking to media, K.H. Ratan reiterated that they will talk with the government when the government assures to bring out a new ILP bill by August 15, include the 5 points of the JCILPS and suspend the police personnel involved in the killing of Robin Hood while the judicial inquiry is going on. He also said JCILPS will begin civil disobedience movement against the government and as a next step, curfew will be imposed on government offices. Ratan said government cannot divert the movement by closing down schools and colleges. He also appealed to protesters not to disrupt the media persons, medical staffs and people attending religious ceremonies.
Sipajana kai uthaja ke de government seng dam ne yelomi kanaba masak oba point manga gi demand ma khoi hana pi re si government na soina hap gi hai gi thaja jang e pi ba ma rumin hut ta sena ba mi sing je judicial inquiry tu de mang da suspend do ne ba akhoi miyam gi rai je akhoi kai khon ne ba akhoi wari sa de mang da moina miyam ne pi gi rai je hana miyam thaja ngam khong tha ma chang e ba adu gi rai du akhoi kai khon de ma ma government miyam thaja lo wari sa de mang da si miyam thaja de je.
Meanwhile, JCILPS Students Wing has announced that it will boycott the Independence Day celebrations on August 15, begin non-cooperation movement and boycott any function attended by the MLAs from tomorrow. Speaking to media persons at Manipur Students Federation office, Kaisamthong today, JCILPS Students Wing convener Oinam Nandababu said after the drafting committee chairman announced to bring out a new bill in 4 days, the Home Secretary asked for people's opinion on the bill, showing that there is a communication gap between the authorities. He also said they will intensify the agitation for the release of the 7 students arrested by police from tomorrow. He appealed to the general public not to cooperate with the non-locals and the students not to take part in the Independence Day celebration.
한국 라카도리바 하여튼 아가스기 타로미시죠. 거기 JCILPS 시주이나 버거 도저레 마니푸다 인라인 파미 시스템 찬한 리포바 마니푸 거버먼기 미니스터 아마디 MLA 싱 야오바 미팅 아마디 펑션 punemak JCILPS students wingna kuratagi boycott tawre nan location mathakta miana nan corporation moment gi khongjang chakchim biu makhoi nam phamma dukan sing dagi pot levi ganu makhoi mathakta makhal amathagi corporation pebi guna police na phasang ki bam mahiro tare ngachi phawagi manungda habidi data di phawagi manungda thado uro haidina students wing gi market gi government thamki wafum adu makhoi positive response am pirak chabolo ena hayindagi hongna akhoi JCILPS student wing sasang leba khongjang singda tholokpa aphabata punamki daita pale government asigi asina pudam.
Editors Guild Manipur in a press release said, despite repeated requests, media persons and reporters continue to be stopped and even harassed by some people in the name of supporting the ongoing ILPS movement and related issues of killing Robin Hood. Today too, a team of media persons was stopped from crossing Dinku Road while on their way to the house of late Robin Hood. The Guild appeals to all organizations to instruct their volunteers not to prevent media persons from performing their duty. If they have any doubt about the authenticity of the identity of the media person, they can contact the President and the General Secretary of the Editors Guild Manipur as well as any individuals editors. Despite inclement weather, people continue to hold protests demanding in a line permit system in Manipur. Members of Wahangbam Laikai Meira stage sit-in at Wahangbam Laikai Yumzau Lairembi Community Hall. Protests were held at Sagolban Government Club, Sagolban Yengkhom Lairak Development Club, Sagolban Tera Tongbram Laikai Meira Paibi, Sagolban Khamnam and Soyam Lairak Apunba Meira Paibi Lob. They also formed Human Chain. Meira Paibi members held protests at Sagolban Moirang Hanuba Lairak, Langzing Achoba, and USA Club Kakwa Lelando Lampak. People formed Human Chain in Jiribam in support of the demand for ILPS in Manipur. Members of Meira Paibi Loop took part in the protests held by JCILPS Jiribam branch by forming Human Chain from near the statue of Neta Irabot till the police station. They also formed Human Chain at Ziri Bazaar near Assam border. Police personnel made elaborate security arrangements. Sit-in was also held at Kaisampat Community Hall by Manipur Central Youth Club and Kaisampat Kaisam Laikai Meira Paibi. Elderly women also took part in the protests. Later, they formed a human chain at the traffic island at Kaisampat Junction and chanted slogans demanding ILPS in Manipur. Women folk of Mahabali Mathenmai also held sit-in at Mahabali Kabuikul to press the demand of inner line permit system in Manipur. They also displayed placards that read like, "We demand ILPS, we condemn killing of Robin Hood, long live Manipur, protect the indigenous people." A large number of women protested at Bishnupur Bazaar demanding inner line permit system. Both elderly and young women came out on the road and stood in a circle and chanted slogans demanding inner line permit system and inclusion of 5 demands of JCILPS in the new bill. Traffic was halted for a while. Protest demanding inner line permit system was held at Thobal Athokpam Bazaar Community Hall and Sarangpat. Charangpat Meira Paibi Apunbalub, Imal Lub, Thobal JCILPS Students Wing formed Human Chain from Sarangpat to Pechi. Thobal Sabal Tongba Awang Laikai Meira Paibi Lub took out a torch rally last night from Sabal Tongba Community Hall till Thobal Kaitel, where they were stopped by the team of SDPO Thobal. Scuffles occurred between the protesters and the police personnel. Police opened blank fire to control the crowd. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more news updates. Welcome back. You're watching Primetime News. YPO Yai School Mera Paibi Moirang Khom Kabui Women's Society also staged sit-in at Yai School Chingangkham Leirak today. The protesters shouted slogans demanding introduction of ILP in the state and protection of indigenous people. Moibung Lokpa Women Association also staged a sit-in at Yai School Police Land. Merapaibi Lub of Ayangpali Road, Pukrambam Leirak also staged a sit-in demanding implementation of ILP in the state and punishment of the killer of Robin Hood. Socio-cultural and sports organization also held sit-in at Sagolbantera Pukrambam Leirak in support of the ILP movement. All Manipur Nupi Manbi Association today held a sit-in at Singjamei Supermarket in support of JCILPS and to show their solidarity with the agitating people demanding implementation of inner line permit system in Manipur. Shop owners of Nganapithong Mamang Lekai have clarified that news reports appeared today in print and electronic media of Manipur that their shops were vandalized for speaking against the ILPS issue is totally baseless. Addressing the media persons at Manipur Press Club, owner of Sky Chicken Tandoori Moirang Them Priyo Kumar said 5 shops have been ransacked by the Ban supporters yesterday. He said the shops were vandalized when they were all closed. He also said a few shops were open in the morning, but some Ban supporters came and told them to close them. Youth Welfare Club and Merapaibi Palace Compound today staged a sit-in demanding implementation of inner line permit system in the state. Laisemba Sanajoba also took part in the protest. Youth Bright Star Club and Terakaithel Nomaithem Lekai Nupilub jointly organized a sit-in today. Protesters condemned the government for not taking action against the killers of Sapam Robin Hood. They also accused the government of ignoring the indigenous people of the state. A large number of people of Hauba took out a torch rally last night demanding implementation of inner line permit in Manipur. The rally, which began from Hauba Ridge Pisum Bridge, the protesters chanted slogans demanding inner line permit system, punishment to police personnel involved in Robin Hood's death. Another incident of an individual making fun of ILPS agitators has come into light. The incident occurred on July 28 at Khagempally. Members of Khagempally Panthak and Panka Apunba Merapaibi Lub today told Impact News that Akoijam Alan alias Godo from Khagempally Nganapithong made derogatory remarks at the women supporters of ILPS agitation. They demanded that the said person should clarify the matter. Yaifa Lamjing Club and Women Welfare Association Langjing Achoba Makhalekai today condoled Sapam Robin Hood and offered financial help to his family. In view of the prevailing situation in the state, former Thamaiban MLA KH Joykisan distributed rice to 3 different wards of IMC at a lower price to help the people. The rice was sold at rupees 11 per kg to the people of ward number 1, 2 and 3. For ward number 2, the rice was distributed at Thamaiban Youth's organization. People of IMC ward number 2 appreciated the work of the former MLA. Monsoon rain has increased over the past few days, resulting to flood in various parts of the state. Following thick clouds with heavy showers this morning, heavy rains and thunderstorms are likely to affect the area from today evening to late Friday night. This would lead to floods and may create havoc to already affected areas. Rainfall is likely to continue for the next 3 days. According to SkyMet, the rainfall amounts this week across the country are likely to be a little higher than the normal average. Several places in Manipur have been flooded following the incessant rains in the last few days. Due to the sudden breakage of banks of Wangzing River in Tentha Haibung in Thoubal district, people are affected by floods. The water level of Karungpat and Ikopat have also risen due to the breakage inundating paddy field and fish farms. Several areas in Thoubal district, including Sangayumpham and Tentha, have been flooded. Meanwhile, houses and paddy fields have been submerged in Naurem, Kongkham, Maibam, and Sabal Lekai in Bishnupur district by floodwaters of the Nambol River. As the water level of the Loktak Lake has also risen, several houses, fields, and fish farms have also been flooded. The Chakpi River in Chandel district has flooded fields with standing crops and rice crops. Floodwaters of Wangzing River have blown away a bridge and flooded many areas in Wangjing and Tentha. The RCC bridge at Hairok Lintan Makong have been blown away by floodwater, disconnecting Hairok and Ingang Lok. Villages affected by floods include Wangjing Awang Lekai, Sorokhaibam Mamang, Sorokhaibam Volleyball Ground, Lamding Chirapur, Sangayumpham, and Tentha Khongvan. Wangjing Tentha Assembly Constituency MLA Paunam Brojan today visited the flood-affected areas near Wangjing Bazaar. Volunteers of YVO Wangjing also tried to repair the bank at Sorokhaibam Mamang. A team of engineers of PWD rushed to the spot as they got the news of the collapse of the bridge. The bridge was built in 2009 under NLCPR scheme. The department will make a departmental inquiry into the incident. MPCC has elected Haukolal Hangsing and Thangzakam Misao as the leader and deputy leader of the INC members councillors of Sadar Hills Autonomous District Council, respectively. A 7-year-old boy was found wandering at Bishum Children Park. Members of Chingamathak Young Learners Club found him this afternoon around 4. As revealed by the boy, his name is Roshan, son of Momo and Thoibi. However, he was unable to tell the address of his house. He is now under the custody of Chingamathak Young Learners Club. The Care Foundation today observed World Hepatitis Day at Lamyan Basanglen in Palace Compound. The day was observed on the theme Prevention of Viral Hepatitis. Vice President of Care Foundation KSH Basanta said the event was organized to help the people of Manipur and to prevent themselves from hepatitis. The day was scheduled to be observed on July 28, but due to the prevailing situation in the state, it was observed today. Different kinds of trees were planted today at Kakching Ibudao Kamlangba Wairi Laikon by Global Environmental Organization and members of KTC Kakching. A man who allegedly stole parts from vehicles parked at ISBT complex at Kumanlam Park was caught by drivers. The man has been identified as Ningkhan Thansok, 19 years, son of KMS Thansok from Kalhang village in Ukhrul district. He was caught around 2:30 a.m. while stealing from the vehicles by the drivers. Fuel, batteries, jacks and other articles were found missing from vehicles parked in ISBT for the last few days. Thansok said he stole the items with his friend Masum. Before we end, a quick look at the headlines once again. Former President of India Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam laid to rest with full state honours at Rameshwaram. Nation bids farewell to people's president. JCILPS to hold talks with government only when the government takes trustworthy measures. Despite inclement weather, people continue to protest and demand in a line permit system in Manipur. And floods hit several areas in Thoubal district. RCC bridge at Hairok Litan Makong blown away by flood.